and welcome to Cavan TV's News and Views. My name is Anya Duffy and we're here in the fabulous studio in Drummondley, and thanks to Positive Age for the studio here in Drummondley in Cavan. Well guys, at long last, the sun is up, the days are getting longer, the weather is getting better. Now that means certain things to certain people. It means getting out and about and walking in our beautiful countryside. This evening, that's exactly what we are going to talk about. My guests this evening are Eamon Sexton, chairperson of Killeshandra Camino Calling, and Tara Dolan, PRO Killeshandra Camino Calling. Guys, welcome to the studio this evening.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
We are going to talk about the Killeshandra Camino Calling, out and about in our beautiful county itself. Anyway, Eamon, tell me, how did this start? How did it all come about?
Let me first say that introduction there, Anya, would make one want to get up and start walking, so thank you for that.
Good.
I think like everything in a community, somebody gets an idea. In this case, Dr. Jonah Hearn called a meeting in her home of a few people whom she felt would be interested in the idea of activity and walking in Camino, and that started it all off. And we've got from there a few years ago to then having the COVID period and having our inaugural event in the third Saturday in June of last year.
We must stress the date. Folks, get your diaries out. Put a little thing on your phone. It's the Saturday, June the 17th.
The 23 Camino Day is the third Saturday of June, June 17th.
And if you have nothing on that day, you could do 35.5k in the most wonderful countryside in Killeshandra. You're talking about your beauty spots, your local spots, Loop the Lakes. You're going to sell Killeshandra to us now, aren't you? And its area and its hinterland.
Yes, I mean, sometimes you don't see what's in front of you, but when you do stand back and take a look, and when somebody comments to you, do you realise what you have here? You know, then you start to look and see what's in front of you. And we have a multifaceted environment, really. Woods, walking, lakes, you know, off-road walking, Rat Church, Clohooter, Drumlane Abbey. I mean, we have everything for everybody, and fishing is hugely important as well. So that was the purpose of the Camino.
This is what people are going to see pass on the day.
Yeah.
And Tara, last year, the inaugural year, is that the right word, 2022, it was a great success.
Oh, brilliant. We took off on a really strong foot. Excuse the pun. But yeah, so we started off our day, I suppose there's 5 different slots starting from 7 o'clock in the morning at every half hour, so 7:30, 8, 8:30 and 9, for people to take off. They come into Killeshandra Community Hall, they check in with us, they can grab some supplies, there'll be plenty of water, fruit and maybe a few chocolates to go with. And they'll head off on their trail depending on what time they go on, following I suppose a paddleboard and a leader who will take them along the route and keep them in line, I suppose. And then there'll be a few welcome treats along the way, maybe some music, maybe some extra top-up spots for some water and so on and so forth. And then you'll arrive back at the hall, and what will happen is you will be welcomed with a lovely certificate of completion along with a beautiful meal. You'll have dessert as well to go with, of course, because we need to refuel. And yeah, it's a great day all round. So
you've got a few very important points that you want folk listening on to note, and that is that people go online to register.
Absolutely,
you must do this pre the event. You must go online, and also on the day there are requisites as well that you just don't turn up on the day as well. So you could bring us through that.
Yes, you have to register online. So if you go to killeshandracamino.ie and you go to the tickets link, you can register there. It's €40 per person, but that includes all of the above. With that said, you need to come into the community hall and check in with us, because obviously we need to be able to give you your map and your directions and your passport for each of the stops that you meet along the way. With that said, we would recommend that people, I suppose, get their tickets within the next 3 weeks or so. As
have you a cut-off date?
it would be the week before
Okay.
it begins. Yes.
Can you just roughly throw it off, maybe just to give us an idea, how many people do this walk in total? Not at the same, they don't all do it at the same time, but how many people in total?
Approximately 500.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And I think you have sent us in a video,
Yes, we
giving
have.
us an idea of what last year was like.
Yeah, some
Well, we'll have a look at
beautiful
that.
drone
Yeah,
footage.
we'll have a look at that now. Great stuff, I must say, Killeshandra, look, and the surrounding area looking at its best, and folk out. At least the weather was good last year.
Oh, it was perfect. We still had some sun, but it was nice and dry, that nobody
Yeah.
was overly sweltered,
Yeah.
but still had an enjoyable dry walk.
And hopefully the same this year.
Fingers
Eamon,
crossed.
to get back to put on something of this calibre, you need plenty of help.
Without a doubt. It takes an awful lot of stewarding and everything just to make it happen. And we really were blessed with regard to the voluntary community that came forward last year. The GAA, for example, provided a lot of stewarding and also car parking supervision and all that kind of thing. And then local people all came out just to support the walkers on the route, but also to give directions and maybe also just make a call in a moment of distress or whatever it might be.
And to get
It really is a community event of everyone rowing in, and without them really, we wouldn't have got the positive feedback we got
Yeah.
without all of that help.
Now, you were talking about last year, and you sat down after the event and you made some notes to yourselves. So how are you improving this year?
Well, we don't want to kind of get egos or anything like that, but I mean, we take the positive feedback we got, success, the welcoming that all the walkers got, the community welcome, the way they enjoyed it, how they were glad they came and experienced what we have on offer. We're hoping that we will have repeat visitors. And of course, the purpose of all of that is that then feeds into the economy of the community.
On the day,
And
yeah.
you have to take these initiatives in these day and age with regard to towns and
Excellent.
villages in Ireland, with regard to the economic well-being.
Excellent. Tara, of course, you want to bring in the safety aspects. I believe
Yeah.
this is of paramount, that you have got like safety vans, or I'm maybe
Yeah.
saying the wrong thing. Tell us how that's
So
going
we
to
have
work on the
courtesy
day.
vehicles on standby, as well as, of course, ambulance and Gardaí will be there on the day to support anybody who needs any kind of help. Whether it's you got to the 10k mark and you felt, no, I can't do any more, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. You just give us a call and we will sort you out. I mean, this Camino isn't just for those who can, it's for those who want to. It's for anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter your age, your ability, if you're a first-time walker or an everyday walker.
It's
we
the
want
taking
everyone
part.
involved.
It's the
Yeah.
taking part
Yeah.
that matters.
I suppose a Camino is much more than just a walk. For some people it's motivation, for some people it's fitness, for some people it's relaxation, and for some people it is the spirituality, or even just that conversation with a stranger that, tells their stories to each other, and it is important that there's more to the Camino than just a walk.
So how does the sort of the financial end of this work out, Eamon? Like everybody pays €40. You say you don't do it to make a profit. How, it pays for itself on the day, and that's the idea, just cover the costs.
We're not for profit, so our costs are covered in two ways, and to that end, I have to thank all our sponsors, and a great number of them came on board in a very, very willing way, and we thank them very, very much for that support. It really was essential, and that's all I can say. Really thank you to all of them on behalf of my colleagues and on behalf of the community. Then, of course, we have the entrance fee of €40, and with the numbers then, we're very, if you like, tight with regard to spending. So that end returns a profit as well, and the idea then is to feed that back into the community, and we're hoping to start addressing that element of the Camino in the autumn time, perhaps maybe September, October, and we hope that we'll be able to give plenty of groups, you know, an important leg up financially.
Great. Now, Tara, just to get to the end of that, you'd like to throw out some information there about people checking in with the socials, and you've got treats and everything going along on the day, and keep up with the socials, bullet points of what's going on in the run-up to the Camino.
So we've plenty of giveaways. At the moment we're running some early bookers giveaways. So for example, anybody at all that has bought a ticket up until the very last day are entered into a draw for the Caboo cabins. Lovely stay.
In Killeshandra, wonderful.
We had that last year as well, and of course, naturally, it was a great experience for the person who won it. Then I suppose today we announced the winner of night in the Shamrock B&B in Killeshandra. So it'd be very handy to rest the legs that night for that person who won today. Again, we'll have more giveaways as we go through until the last day. So that can be found on our Instagram, Facebook. We've even got ourselves on TikTok. So if you want to check us out, definitely do. With that said, look at our website, killeshandra.camino.ie, where you'll get lots of information, the map, the tickets, all the information about Killeshandra accommodation, anything you need, it is all there.
Okay. Well, I'd like to say again, well done, great stuff there. I'd like to thank Eamon Sexton, chairperson of the Killeshandra Camino Calling, and to Tara Dolan, the PRO. Well done there. And there you have it, folks. So if you haven't got anything booked into your diary, on Saturday the 7th of June, head to Killeshandra, take in wonderful countryside and do a little walk of 35.5 kilometres. No pressure. No pressure. These folks are here to help you along the way, and we just hope that the weather is good. So that's it, and I'd like to say thanks to everybody for watching us on Cavan TV.
And can we thank, on behalf of my colleagues and the Killeshandra Camino and the community, your generosity with regard to giving us this opportunity to publicise the event. Very much appreciated.
That's what we're here for. Thank you very much. Thank you.
See you June 17th.